screen. Are we ready? Give me a thumbs up. Amazing. Okay, no music yet. I just want you to find your space. So with your feet, I would say shoulder width apart, just kind of stand in your space. Notice what's going on from head to toe. Maybe we just close our eyes together for a second. Take a deep breath in and let it out. And literally just do a little body scan from the crown of your head down to the soles of your feet. Just notice what's going on today, because every day is different. So keep your eyes closed, just feel it. Feel your body in this space. We'll take another inhale together with our eyes closed. And a deep breath out. Open up your eyes, reach the arms overhead. Big breath in, exhale the arms at the sides. Good, okay, so we're gonna make our way over to our playlist here, and we're gonna hit play as a team in 3 seconds. 2, 1, hit it. Once you have your playlist running, if you don't have Spotify Premium, it will shuffle. That is okay. Shuffle is totally fine. If you aren't using my playlist, then that is also okay. All right, you do you, okay? 4-minute warm up, 5 blocks of work. We go cardio, strength, core, strength, and cardio. So I'm gonna have you start with your feet wide apart. We drop in right hip, rise. It's left, right, rise. Right, left, rise. Good. Left, right, rise. Again, right, left, and rise. Last one. Left, right, rise. Good. Feet step a little closer together. I'm going to take a lateral lunge to the right and toes down. Right and toes down. Kira, in the chat, everything you need, boo. Yeah. So we're going to bring it one more time on the right for the lateral lunge. Let's go over to the left. It's left and pull in. If you're not on the tempo of the music, well, neither am I. I'm just using the music today as a motivator. Nice little hamstring stretch, nice little inner thigh stretch on the left. Let's take it one more time. Good. And then from here, I'm going to have you give me a little boxer shuffle. If you're not jumping today, a little step tap goes a long way. Awesome. Uppercut, uppercut. So I'm doing like a little accentuated, like if I was taking a boxing class, they'd be like, girl, that ain't an uppercut. Yeah, I don't care. I'm just focusing on stretching the back body. Nice. So if you walked in a little bit late, I'm using 1 dumbbell and a mat today. Get that fist right over the earlobe. Let's go for 2 more. 1 more. And then roll those shoulders back, plant the feet. Good. Step your right foot back a little bit so you're in like this 3/4 stance. Squat, lift, squat, lift. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch your feet. So I've got 1 foot a little forward, 1 foot a little back. Drop and squeeze. My toes and knees are still pointing directly forward. Good. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. 2 more. 1 more time. Yes. Okay, so now from here, I want you to give me a back lunge. Take your arms, sweep them up, lean over to the left, and rise. Other side. Back lunge. Sweep the arms up, lean over to the right. So if you're unsure, if I take my leg back, I'm leaning away from that leg that I just reverse lunged with. Yes? Yes. Good. You've got 1 more time on the left. And then from here, I want you to come on down to your mat. So you're on your knees for a moment, hands on the mat. Right arm up, left arm up, and then pop into plank. Do it again. Left, right, pop into plank and squeeze the bottom. Good. Right, left, pop into plank. 1 more time. So if you're not on your hands today, you can hover your hands. Right, left, and instead of popping into plank on the hands, I could come down to the forearms and pop into plank. Good. Let's go for 1 more. And then I'd love for us to stand up. Again, you're like, wait a second, we're standing up again? I know. Once you're standing, I want you to bring your hands over your head, lean to the right, lean to the left, like a little tick-tock from side to side. Yes. So if you're just entering inside the chat, all that you need is there. Just keep going with it. We're there in 4, 3, 2. Our warm-up is over. So if you need a quick sip of water, grab it. Otherwise, we're going to get started at the top. It's cardio. It is straight up body weight movement. We're going to start with a 3/4 squat. Oh my gosh, you did this in the warm-up. So my right foot back, my left foot forward. Awesome. Here we go. Drop and push. Drop and push. Inhale down. Raise the roof. Hips aim back. So from the side, I look like this. I drop and push. Reach overhead. Inhale. You guys should see my cat right now. She's totally asleep. It's like not a care in the world. Not fair. Nice. So we've got some impact coming up before we switch to the other side. We're going to do a little front to back soccer kick. Step to the back of your mat. I soccer kick forward. I soccer kick back. If I'm not jumping today, I take it into a side sweep forward. And you guessed it. Side sweep back. Ain't that nice? So from the front, this is what I look like. I've got a little cross. My hands are there for counterbalance. I'm leaning slightly back, using my abdominals to brace. So we had our right foot back first on that 3/4 stance for our squat and overhead reach. We're going to do the left in 3, 2, and 1. Plant your feet, left foot back. Good, here we go. Inhale, push. Inhale, push. So notice on your squat, the first thing, I drop my hips back, I bend my knees second, I push. My palms reach for the ceiling here, squeeze. And when I say squeeze, back leg glute, that's my left leg. I'm driving that hip forward, drop. So everything in the block is officially coming to a close. We've got one more thing to learn, and then we're done with set 1. We only have 2 sets. 6, 4. Now remember, we're not trying to take a boxing class here. We're just getting the arm up. So it's a cross upper, pivot. I'm driving my hip. My elbow is coming across my midline. I'm aiming my knuckles to the back wall. Push, push. So I'm actually getting a lot of twisting through my torso here. Pivot off the foot. So you feel that ankle mobility. You feel that ankle starting to juice up. That's good. Abs in tight. Your first block set is over in 6. We're going to get a 30-second recovery to grab that sip of water, and that's time. Okay, so for those of you that got in just a hair late today, 1 dumbbell, I'm using a single 8, I'm using a single 12, and a yoga mat. This first set, this first block, just body weight. All right? All right, so we're going to start left foot forward, right foot back. Timer starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I drop, squeeze. Now, if I wanted to move to the beat of the music, it's a little bit slower. If I wanted to make this a little more interesting, maybe I would pop off my front heel. Woo! Yes. So if you notice, my back heel is already off the ground. By adding this heel pop, I am diminishing my ability to stabilize, right? I've got less surface area underneath my foot, which is fun. It's a challenge, and I accept. I accept. We've got our traveling soccer kicks in 2 and 1. Here we go. So it's travel it forward and travel it back. Mandy, this is too easy. Well, I want you to lift those legs up a little higher, a little more cross. Mandy, it's too much cardio. Maybe bring it down a notch. Focus on the mobility aspect of that rotational in the hip joint. I'm coming across the belly button. Yes, and I'm adding the element of travel for brain body. Do I have to travel? Say I'm stuck in a hotel room or a really small space. I could stay in place. So this is accessible to wherever you're at. If it isn't, pop in the chat, let me help you, okay? Good, 3, 2, and 1. I pop the, oh, there we go. I pop the heel of the left. Back body, rise and squeeze. Option to float the toe, or heel rather, of the right foot here, squeeze. So again, that's the less surface area for the heel pop in the front foot. As I use that abdominal exhalation, that I'm using my diaphragm, right? I'm pushing the air out. Yeah. If you feel like you need a wider stance, you could take it. Heel pop is optional. It's there to progress the workout. It's not necessary. 3, 2, and 1. I have a little upper cross. Bring those feet a little wider apart. Maybe I get a little bit lower. So that's going to be the progression. Pivot, pivot. I'm really aiming to cross my whole body, getting that knuckle up and over the eyebrow line of the opposite side. Don't punch yourself. Be nice. Pull the rib cage in, lace. So back stays flat, spine stays long. You've got 9 seconds. We will not see these 4 activities again today. Good, finish it out. 3, 2, and 1. Cheers. All right, block 1's over. It's cardio. Now we're gonna move into strength. So for me, I have a mat for my knees. And I'm gonna start with my lighter dumbbell. So I'm gonna start with my 8, but my 12 is really close by. You're in recovery right now, so don't worry about moving right away. Using my 8, I'm gonna start on the ground. Oh, I'm not starting on the ground. So I'm gonna do a single arm bicep curl. I take it back with the opposite leg. I punch to the sky. I come back and I squeeze to rise. All right, that's all I need from you. Then of course we'll do the other side. So if the dumbbell's on the right hand, my left leg lunges back. We did something like this in the warm-up, but I'm just being mindful of what's going on today, right? Mind, body, okay, team? So right hand, palm faces forward, left foot steps back. 3, 2, and 1. I do my single arm curl. I bring it back. I press. I return. Showing this to you right on time here. Single arm curl, I keep forgetting that comes before. And then an overhead narrow press. Good. Come back. Single arm, punch press. So as I go, I could pick this up a little bit. Yes. Single arm biceps curl, punch press into that reverse lunge. So make sure in your reverse lunge, you're not looking like a banana. Pull everything in, switch the arms here. So now my left hand has it, my right arm takes it back. I move in, right leg takes it back. Return. Biceps curl, punch press. So it's a little power move here. I have my right arm out to my side because for me, that's really helpful for my counterbalance. I can also place it along my low back, my hip, across my torso. So in other words, you really can choose, oops, it's a narrow grip press. Yeah, so it's biceps curl, turn the palm in, press up. Biceps curl, palm up, palm in. Good, you're done in 3 seconds. 2, 1. Good, you just need this single dumbbell. Come on down to the floor. So I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna float my heels. My right hand has the dumbbell. I'm gonna roll myself back, punch up. My head stays lifted. I can hold it. 2 flies. Then bring it in, rock up, switch. Roll back. Other hand holds the head, punch up, 2 Oh my gosh, this is a lot harder than I thought. Pull it in, rise up, switch, roll back, head stays floated. Palm in, fly, fly. Let me show this to you from the front. One more time here. Hand behind the head, roll back, punch up, reverse fly 1, reverse fly 2. Come up. Awesome. Last bit of this, set the dumbbell down, take the hands behind the hips, and press yourself up. We're holding a reverse plank. I'm gonna have my feet flat on the floor. If this is too much on the wrists, if this is just not feeling great, feel free to do a traditional shoulder bridge. Just hold this still. We have 2 static holds in the entire workout today. This is your first one. Really gorgeous. You're done in 4, 3, 2, that's the first set. Okay, so like I mentioned, I used my 8. If I wanted to advance this, I would use my 12, but I'll be honest with you, with that chest fly, it's gotta be the 8 for me. So I'm gonna have my 8 nearby, but I'll show you the advanced move for this. I'm gonna do a little bit more work. Biceps curl, I come down, I punch, and I reach for the floor. I come back, I return. Okay, let's do left arm, right leg. Timer starts in 3, 2, and 1. Single arm biceps curl, punch, press, lean and touch, return. Punch, press, return. It's super difficult. That's why they're calling it working out these days. Return. Original exercise. I did my single arm bicep curl. I stepped it back for reverse lunge. I did that overhead narrow press. I returned to my center. So if you're like, ooh, that side lean feels weird, it doesn't feel good, it hurts my knee, follow along. Switch your sides. So right on over to the right arm. And here we go. I'm going to do my curl first. Lean and rise. Come in. Curl. Everything at the same time. Oh my gosh, it's a lot harder. Punch, press, lean. Return. Curl. Punch, press, lean. Return. 15 seconds. Right? This is the option. I just stay on the knee. I come back. I forgot the side lean, right? That's okay. Every single rep, just kind of assess like we did at the very top of this class. Listen internally. Do what you can. All right? Come on down to the floor. I'm going to exchange for my lighter dumbbell in my left hand. I'm going to roll myself back. Hand behind the head. 2 flies. Come back up. Switch the dumbbell. Lie back again. Punch up 2 reverse flies. I remember I wanted to show this to you head on here. So coming back to that left hand. Roll it back. Hold the head. Punch up. Open up like you're giving somebody a half hug. Try to keep that shoulder down. Switching sides. 3, 2, and 1. Set your dumbbell down. Rock yourself up. We have the reverse plank or table. So this is reverse table, right? Shoulders underneath the hands, or excuse me, shoulders overhead the hands. And then maybe I extend the legs, flex the toes. This is harder, right? Legs straight. Legs bent is going to be a little easier. Drive your hips to the sky. Nice little shoulder stretch after doing the flies. This is static. You're not moving at all. Try to stay super still here. Breathe in. I like to look down the front of my body. Some people look to the sky. Your call. 4, 3, 2. Come on down. Rest the wrists. Okay, so that's strength block. We've done both sets. So we're moving into core next. And we're going to start on our seat. So I just mentioned we had 1 static. We start with static in our next block. So the static hold in this next block is gonna be a V-sit or a top of a teaser. We hold this still. Mandy, could I bend my knees? Yes. Mandy, can I hold the backs of my legs? Yes. There's no wrong answer here. We're in recovery right now. You get another 20 seconds. I'm gonna move my camera lens down just a hair more so you can see a little, because a lot of this is floor facing. So we're just gonna make sure this next piece, all you need is your mat and you, okay? We're gonna get started in 8 seconds. We do have some standing work, but it's all good. All right, so V-sit hold starts in 3, 2, and 1. So my legs are squeezing together. My chest is beaming up and forward. My palms are reaching for my toes, right? My shoulders are plugged in. So if I have a turtle back, is that good? No, I want to keep my back flat. So if that means I sacrifice the long leg, that's fine. This is better. This is not great, right? So I want to lift. Why would I say that? So I engage my back body. Good, we're done in 8, 7, you're not gonna like me, but you know, that's okay. Good, grab for the ankles. I rock back. I rock my way up. I rock back. Mandy, I can't reach for my ankles. Grab the backs of the knees. I rock back. Oh, this sounds familiar. I did something just like this a moment ago. I rock back. I rock back up. Right? I can also hold my shins. I rock back up. So there's a lot of options. This one is the V rocker. My legs have a little distance, just enough to frame my face. I'm gonna rock back, woo, and rise up. Rock back, you got time for 2 more. Rise up. Good, rock back. And that, my friends, is the end of set 1. So, if your spine is like, wow, I really don't like this rocking back nonsense, you could do a traditional crunch, that could work. So yeah, sip of water. Woo. You guys, I forgot that we're standing, so come on up. We're not taking rest. Feet together, knees together. Arms reach up. I'm gonna show this to you on my knees, but you're gonna do this standing. Lean over to the right. So I just had a little blonde moment. We're gonna keep holding this. We took a little like 5-second break. I'm gonna take that out of our recovery so that we regain that time. Little side moon action here. Return through center and we go over to the other side. So when I'm standing doing this, I'm just gonna move my camera again. My feet are together, my knees are together, my arms are overhead, and now I'm leaning to the opposing side. The elbow is nice and straight. I'm not letting it dip down. I'm keeping it really, really tight, ear muffing into my head. So if you feel like your shoulders are eating your ears, you could bend your elbows a little bit, do a little walk like an Egyptian style. Just make sure you're engaging those palms together. Good, like I said, we're gonna hold this one for the full 45, so we've got about 8 seconds left, 7. Feeling a deep side stretch on the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, return through center. Shake it out. Sometimes when we do things like that side moon stuff, like any lateral flexion, can feel a little weird in the back. So really want to engage the abdominal wall, glutes, inner thighs while we're in those positions. Okay. All right, so we're going to get back to it. We're going to start on the floor. This is your static hold, V-sit, or the top of a teaser. Legs together, toes point, arms reach up. Mandy, if I wanted to make this harder, what could I do? I could bring those legs really close to the chest. Imagine there's a string from the sternum to the knees, and that string just got shorter. No turtlebacks. Keep that chest nice and tall. I know it seems like we've already been here for an eternity, but we're only halfway there. Breathe in, shoulders roll back. Maybe I reach the arms a little higher. What would make that? That would make it harder, right? As my arms reach up. There we go. 9 more seconds. Keep breathing, keep balancing. V-rocker is next. 3, 2, grab the backs of the knees or the legs or the calves, whatever you can grab for. Separate the feet, I would say no wider than shoulders. Roll back. roll your way up. When I roll back, I don't roll to the nape of my neck. I'm looking between my knees. I rise back up, I flatten my back. Inhale to round back. Exhale to flat back. Ta-da! That wasn't super great, but you know what? That's why they call it working out, because it's not perfect, right? There's just no way. Your body starts to get tired. We're human. We constantly make errors and corrections. That's how we learn. That's how we get better at the things that we do. Practice, practice, practice. You're done in 3, 2, I'm not forgetting this time. Stand up. Feet and knees together. Arms overhead. Lean over to my left. Why would I lean to my left first? Last time I started on my right. At least as far as I recall. So while I'm here, I'm really trying hard not to curl forward. This is easier. Can I lift out of the ribs and lean more? So I'm kind of sticking the hip out on my right, like I'm trying to close this car door that's non-existent. And then notice if you're curling in, peel open, like as if you're trying to get the back of your arm on the wall. Breathe in, breathe out, return through center, move right on over to the second side. So I said this to you guys earlier, but I'm realizing that I kind of lied. You're holding side moon that's also static. So there are 4 static activities in today's moves. But that's really good for us. So you're welcome. Breathe into that side waist. Relax the shoulder down on the left. Hug the inner thighs and squeeze the bottom together. Yes, if you feel like you're really clenching, I want you to stay there. I want you to really drive those hips and squeeze the buttocks. 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's it. We won't see that again. So if you hated it, it's done. We don't do it again. There's no like bonus round or anything. So you're in a minute rest, and we're going to move into strength next. So we're coming back to the mat, and we're coming back to the single weight activities. Are y'all having fun? I'm glad you're here. Listen, we don't have that much left. 2 blocks, 4 movements. Go ahead and grab the heavier of your dumbbells if it were me, okay? So in this instance, we're gonna do a wide grip, turn the palm, narrow grip. If I'm not willing or wanting to be on my hand, I could do this in a hinge position on the knees or even standing. Narrow to wide, okay? You're doing one arm and then you'll do the other arm. We have dips after this. I'll show you a modification if you're not gonna be on the hands. And we finish with an adductor bridge, a new one. So grab your weight, timer starts in 3. I'll show this to you from a profile, 2 and 1. Palm faces back, palm faces in, palm faces back, palm faces in. So in this instance, I'm trying not to rotate my torso. I want to call this anti-rotation. My palm faces back, my palm faces in. So you're getting 2 styles of row on one arm in the all fours. Mandy, if I wanted to make this harder, what could I do? I could pop myself into a full plank. 1 narrow, 1 wide. Switch your sides. Going on to the left, palm faces back, palm faces in, palm faces back, wide grip. And if I feel my shoulder trying to elevate towards my ear, I might do this without being on the floor. So I would do a palm back and a palm in. So I have less of a degree to gravity's pull in this position. Palm in, palm back. And I'm actually holding my rib cage so I don't rotate. Good, so far so good. 2 and 1. Good, you're gonna set your dumbbell down. You're gonna slide the feet forward, hands behind you, dips. This is where the hips stay low. So Mandy, I'm not gonna be on my hands today. Dips are not my favorite. I could be in a kneeling position, have 1 dumbbell and press overhead. right? Elbows not out, they're in. Try to imagine that side moon positioning with the arms if you're doing the modified version of triceps. Otherwise, we're still doing dips. These are hard, and they don't get any easier by just looking at them on Instagram. You're there in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, wring out the wrists for a hot second. Then we're gonna come down. Grab your single dumbbell, place it on your hips, not on your belly. As you lift, you squeeze your legs together. As you lower, you separate the knees apart. Squeeze and return. Squeeze. The soles of my feet are hugging each other in. I lift and pull together, lower and release. Squeeze and squeeze. It's as if you're trying to Suzanne Summers your way through life here. Using that thigh master, baby. 4, 3, 2, and that's time. So that's strength section, 4th block. All right, so sip of water if you need it. I'm super parched today, so you're gonna see me keep grabbing water. I don't know what the deal is. I just need more water. Okay. We're gonna do all of that again. So we're gonna start on the floor. I started with my right arm, so I'm gonna start with my left arm. Maybe I use my lighter dumbbell if I need to. Option to pop into plank here, right? So beginning here, wide grip row, narrow row. Wide grip, narrow grip. So again, if I want to do plank, my feet need to be wider apart so I'm finding my stability. If my feet are too close together, I'm going to rotate too much, and I don't want to do that. So my feet would maybe come even off my mat. Narrow, and then wide. Less is more. I'm not concerned with how many rows you're getting done in this period of time. I'm more concerned with the alignment, right in alignment with the chest cavity. So you're getting that mid-back work. This is 3, 2. We switch over to the right. So hand on the ground with the left. We've got a wide grip row into a narrow row. Again, say I mix and match. I'm like, ooh, that feels weird in my low back. Okay, well, I'll do it back on my knees again until I feel like I've regained some energy to come back to that 3-point plank with my feet wide apart and focus on a really strong alternated row, wide, narrow grip posturing. So here, and then back stays flat. You're done in 5, 4, 3, 2. Dips are next, or an overhead triceps extension. If overhead triceps extension even hurts, if it's just like not attainable today, you could come back to a seated position and you could do tricep kickback, switch the arm, tricep kickback. So that's another modification. Say, for example, anything overhead is really aggravating the shoulder. So in other words, we have 3 different ways to do our triceps right now. Way number 1, way number 2, and way number 3. So there are no excuses. This is 2 and 1. Last exercise in the set, grab your single dumbbell. It goes on your hips, the soles of your feet meet. Squeeze, release. Squeeze in, release. We're making orange juice. Squeeze and release. Head is down, shoulders are relaxed. Mandy, I don't have a dumbbell. I don't want to use a dumbbell. Hands could be at the sides. Squeeze in, release. Showing this to you head on. Yeah, my knees don't touch, but I'm actively engaging those inner thighs. You're done in 5 seconds. Give me one more. And that is your strength block number 4. You're done with that. We have one more block. So block 5 is a cardio block. I'm going to go ahead and move my weights away from my space because I mentioned this earlier. We're doing this like dance move. It's called the jazz square. It requires mind and body connection. So that's why we're going to do it today. we're gonna end with that. So we start with the lateral lunge and knee strike. You're in recovery right now, just rest. We're gonna start a little bit on the left-hand side of our space. Big lateral lunge, drive the knee. Big lateral lunge, drive the knee in. Then we'll switch sides. And then the jazz square. I'm gonna show this to you. It comes across, back, across, forward. Across, back, across, forward, across, back. That's one direction, then of course we'll go in the other direction, and that's gonna be a nightmare for me because that's not my strong side, but hey, we're gonna do it anyway, yes? All right, 3, 2, and 1, we go. Lat lunge, knee, inhale, inhale. Take a big old step. Your left leg, your left foot stays glued to your floor. Good. Out and in. In. So from the side, I'll show this to you this way. Take that big step. My back is flat. Drive that knee up. Knee strike. Knee strike. You got it. 5 more seconds on side 1. Of course, we'll switch right away. 3, 2, and step over to the right. Big lateral lunge left, knee. Lateral lunge, push. Lateral lunge, boom. Sound effect is optional, right? I'm using my abdominals to pull that knee in. Just a little update. My cat's still sleeping. Just like totally chilled out. All right, whatever. Oh, I shake my head. Good. Now, if you're getting a little nervous about this jazz square coming up, just march in place, fast feet, boxer shuffle. You do your best. 3, 2, and 1. I'll go slow first. Right over left, left back, right, left. Right over left, left back, right, left, right, back, right, cross, forward, right, cross. Little faster is out. Cross, cross. Oh my gosh, you guys, you're probably going, oh, she's good at this. I did my good side first. So get ready for the show, because I'm about to make some mistakes and I will get frustrated and I'll do my best to overcome. 3, 2, 1, we'll go slow. Left, right, back, forward, left, right, back, forward. Inhale, exhale. Woo! Oh my gosh, maybe I underestimated myself. She says that in the slow time. 3, 2, if you can pick it up with me, let's go. Cross, cross, cross. Drawing that square as best as you can. So much thought. Again, if it's just too much, take care of yourself. You do you, boo. 3, 2, 1. Rest. You guys, so this last track that's probably coming on for you right now is my friend Tilly. It's a great track. It's called Hell Yeah. She just dropped it this, I think, last week. Please go like it, go stream it. She's trying to make it and she's super talented. I love this song. Okay, so we're gonna start back up at the top, left leg to start. 3, 2, and 1. I bring it out. If you wanted to make it a snap kick, you could, right? Out, snap, out, toes. Bust it down, right? Boom. You're almost done. You have literally less than 3 minutes to the finish. Turn it up, turn it up. Now's the time. Don't conserve, let it out. I think it's a great message too. So enough, all right? Sorry, 3, 2, and 1. I'm not sorry, I want to promote good music and friends. Female in the music industry, hell yeah. I'll take it. So we have switched legs. I don't know if I said it, but I am now on the right. I'm adding my snap kick. Do I have to? No. So the original move, it's a lateral lunge. Drive your knee in. Boom. And when I drive that knee in, I stick it, I pull it in. I'm using this. Okie dokie. 15 seconds. So there's some options here, right? I can mix and match. I do a couple snaps. I do a couple knee drive. Time. Jazz square. We're gonna go in the opposite direction first. Over, back, side. Over, back, side. Oh, I think I'm doing my strong side first. See, I even thought about it, but it's tough, right? The brain is really wired to do something familiar. So don't stop now. We got 9 more seconds in this direction. We'll go slow to start, and then we'll get into our faster move. This is 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Over, back. Oop, I just did that. Boom, 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 boom. Oh no, I just did that. Oh my gosh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Listen, we all make mistakes. It's how we respond to those mistakes that matters. So don't get upset. Don't get angry as much as you can, obviously, in the moment. It's like, oh, just tell yourself, hey, I showed up today and I'm not going to stop. And if that means I'm going to stand there and I'm going to march in place or I'm going to hop it out, that's awesome. This is 3, 2, 1, you're done. So great job. Great, great, great work. Thank you all for coming. We're going to stretch. So we're going to spend a couple minutes in stretch. If you need to leave, it is 1:14, so I have you for 1 more minute. But if you need to leave, I totally understand. I'm going to do another Saturday pop-up. I'm calling it a Catterday pop-up. Probably October 9th. I'm leaning very heavily to that. So look for that in my email blast. Let's take our hands to our hips, soften the knees. I'm going to just move those hips around. So if you feel funny doing it, well, welcome to the party. So I'm just moving my hips in a big old circle, going one direction for a couple more reps. Make sure you're pulling the abs in, especially as you drive your hips forward. And we're going to reverse the circle here. So I'm going to go over to the left, around to the right. Keep going in this direction. Try to keep your feet planted. Notice if you're kind of locking the knees. 2 more on this side. Last one. Returning through center. Step your feet together. Take your right foot into your hand. Hug the knees together. Reach the arm forward on the left. Hinge and kick your foot back perhaps. Or I really like to stand tall and just squeeze my glute and hug my inner thighs together. I've actually found over time, I feel a more effective quads and flexor stretch by just driving the hips and squeezing the seat. Awesome. Take that right leg out to the side, and I'm going to fist to fist right in front of my heart and twist. But breathe into it. Come back through center. Let's switch it to the opposite. Left knee. Hugs to the right. So there's no space between my knees. Hugging the heel close to my seat, and then I drive my hips forward. Shoulders back, a nice little chest stretch here. Take another moment. And let's move it over to the left. Fist to fist, I twist over to the left. Look over the shoulder, come back through the center. Take the hands to the low back, and I'm going to round my back in. So nice little stretch to that low back, lumbar spine, tuck your chin as well, and then open out. So back is flat, back is round. I'll show this to you from the side. My feet are about now width apart. Back is flat, back is round. Rise to stand. Shoulder roll open, and shoulder roll close. That's it, my friends. Thank you for coming on Monday. Happy September to y'all. It's almost pumpkin spice latte season for anybody that cares, not me. I don't like that stuff, but if you like it, then good. Stick around if you have any questions. If you want to chat, I want to be of service to you guys. Otherwise, I will see you next Monday for more of the same. Obviously, I don't repeat those exercises. Siobhan has requested we do bands, so we'll definitely incorporate bands on Monday next week. So if you like band work, come. If you don't, find me on YouTube. Like I mentioned at the top of class in the chat, I drop a new video every Monday. So there's a new one on my page right now. Okay.